Hi there. How you doing today? I'm doing good. I just thought I'd stop by, do a, well, it won't be real quick, video on my latest journal that I just finished. And this thing has taken me a long time. It's really out of my normal style. So I really took a long time to figure it out and work with it. And I kind of got going. And I kind of couldn't stop. And the reason, before I do that, I just wanted to say hi to Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic. I hope your mouth is better now that you sneezed and coughed at the same time when the dentist told you not to do either one. I'm sending you an award. That's what you need, an award. Such restraint. Okay, and MJ, I want to say I hope your husband's doing well and recovering from his surgery. I don't know what the surgery is from, but you said that, and I hope everyone is well in your family. Everything is good in my family. My husband and my son are working. Yay! They're out of the house till midnight. Kind of leaves me to my own madness. But I wanted to make a video on Tuesday, and I said, oh, I'm not going to get it done Tuesday. Then I said, I'll probably get it done by Wednesday. Oh, I'm not going to get it done. Oh, for sure I'll get it done Thursday. No. So here it is, Friday, and I am finally done. But like I said, this is out of my normal realm of what I do. It's a different style for me, but it's my sister-in-law's fault. And my brother-in-law, they came down a couple weeks ago and took us out to dinner. They're in the Adirondacks and we're in central New York, so it's quite a trip for them to come down. And they were here for a few days, and we went out to dinner. And at the dinner, we were given these bags for our silverware. Our silverware came in these bags. I thought they were so cute. So they're only 3 inches across. They got a gusset. Well, I took this one apart to figure out how they made it so I could make my own. Besides, I only got 4 of them because there was only 4 of us. And it was laying on my desk, and there was some pretty ladies laying on my desk. And I said, oh, gee, this lady, she looks like she'd fit right on that bag. And, well, sure enough, she fits right on this bag. So I said, wow, I'm going to have to make something with these things. And then I have this paper that I just got on Amazon. Oh, probably a month ago. It's handmade paper, and it's very thick, and it's also costly. But I expected it to be a lot lighter. It's very much an orangey brown, you know what I mean? But I love the daggle, whatever you call these edges, and they're nice and ragged, and it rips really well. So I said, gee, these 2 things kind of go. And then I had another lady that I thought looked nice on there. And then I had another lady that I thought looked nice on there, girl. These are dolls. And so then I said, maybe I can make my own bags. So I ripped this apart, and I put all the measurements on. And voila, I made my own bag. Same size and everything. So now I can make these bags. But I will leave a link in the description in case anybody wants to check it out. They are pricey. I probably won't buy any more again because it really, you know, I wanted to print on them. And I thought they'd be a lot lighter, excuse me, than they were. So when I did print on them, it didn't show up very well. I had to put on real, real dark. And I'll show you in here, excuse me. Take a drink of coffee. I'll show you in here what I mean if there's any showing. I think I've covered it all up. Excuse me. See, Dale, you're spreading it around. So here we go. So I used these on all of them, and this is an envelope journal. And by the way, what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to make a few more of these, and I'm going to put some scented tags in them, and I'm going to sell them. But I thought I'd have that all done by now too, but this just took me so far. So anyways, this journal is fully scented with pumpkin spice, and it's wonderful. So wherever you put this is going to smell. You're going to go to it, open it, and go, whoa, I like that. It smells so good. I tried to put a tassel on the front, and I did not like the way any of them hung. For some reason, because I love working with tassels. As you know, I have my tassel dolls that I make to hang on them. But because she was here, I didn't want to have a tassel doll hanging because she was here. And I popped her out. She's 3D on the roses and on her envelope. And what I thought about when I was making this journal was how nice it would be for a mother or a grandmother to put all their favorite dolls and dollhouses and stuff, toys that they played with when they were growing up, inside a journal like this, and giving it to your daughter or your granddaughter for them to put things in as well, and remember, and dates and all of that. So I will get to opening it in a second. We got some hanging lace here. This is from a vintage bridal gown. And then this is satin ribbon on the spine. And then this is that paper. I printed on it, and it came out, this one came out pretty good, but it was still pretty light compared to what the print was, the digital was. So, and then I just used some coffee dyed muslin that I dyed, and I ripped and put in here. And it's glued. They're glued in the front and the back. And in here, this cover, I like the cover. It's very, very flexible. You can, if it, bends over because of the bulkiness of the book, you can just unbend it. It is one thing I liked about the paper very much, was that it was very movable. It wasn't stiff. It was very soft and a lot of fiber. So that was nice. That's why I continued to work with it. And in here I put, I don't know if it's a dollhouse or not. I think it is, yeah. And a tag here. This tag is attached to the pocket, and you can see I coffee dyed some trim to make it look vintage. And you can put a lot in this pocket because it's a stretchy lace. And on this side is a dollhouse, and I put Enchanted Dollhouse. But this is on a paper bag. And so I put another dollhouse inside. Looks very old to me. And let's see what else we got. The inside of a dollhouse. Or it could be, well, there's a dollhouse in that picture. And then when you open it, I have stamped Campbell's Kids on there. This is from Lorna Taylor. And it might be oh boy. It might be Christina Hill from Subline Designs. I've got both of their stamps, and I can never remember who's who. But anyways, there's a little vintage dollhouse in there, tag, and a little doll in an empty place for you to write anything you want. So that's how that opens. And then over here is a very old inside of a house. And that opens up, and you've got a place to write here. And then this is a wax bag that I have waxed. I have scented with pumpkin spice wax. And inside, and the tag says vintage, is stamped. And I've got a little girl sewing, a black and white vintage picture. She's sewing. Let's see if I can get her back in there. Okay. I like the black and white effect for vintage. And those, I'll put them all back afterwards. But anyway, so you've got, and then this is the muslin that's ruffled that I did on the sewing machine. And then over here, we have one of those girls. I showed you her. I put her here on this bag, and she is on the original silverware bag. You can't see too much of it because I've covered it up with lace. I love that it has a gusset. And on the back, I put some more scented stamp on here. I know this one is Christina Hill's. And I'll put a link to both of their websites or their Etsy shops in the description. Because here's some more wax paper. No, it's not wax paper. It's muslin that I scented with wax, with the pumpkin spice wax. And here is an old doily piece and a place for you to write. Sure, now I'm getting all choked up because it's time to be on video finally. Oh, just a minute, I gotta have some coffee. Oh, I don't know, the air must be dry. But anyways, I wanted her to have an armoire for her clothes. Oh, I had to take off my wedding rings because it kept getting caught in this tablecloth. So, I'm not divorced or anything. So, this I made. You open it like so. And inside I put some dresses. I put a place to journal your favorite dresses, what year. And these dresses are in here with double-sided foam tape. And this is a very glossy paper. It's not really glossy, it's shiny. It's scrapbook paper, but it's shiny. And I put the double-sided foam is what they're hooked on. And they're easily removed. And I made them so that you can write on the back of the dresses inside. And I put a little brad. I made front and back so that you can write on them and put your favorite dress style and what you went, where you went to. And I'm thinking, you know, for grandmas or mothers that want to remember special occasions and share it with their family, this is a nice way to do that. And I just put some trim and a place to write. Now the doors are made out of chipboard. I made this picture. I printed it out on a very high resolution on my printer, and then I glued it to chipboard, and then I glued the inside. So it's not exactly matching down here, but I don't think that's a big deal because it closes nicely and it looks nice. So I put these handles on here, and it also has a pocket. So in the pocket I've added a couple of journaling cards. And you can write anything you want on the back, and they each have a bow. I put the bow there so you remember that they're there. You know that they're there. Remember. Oh, I'm the one who has to remember. So they just go right in on top of each other. And then the bows stick out as much as you want them to, or as little. Now, when you're closing this, you just want to press on, like when you're going around here, and here, press on the opposite side, and that will pop up. Press on the opposite side, and I think, there we go. And that will pop up, and you just close it. And I have sealed the end of the cord with tacky glue. It's dried hard, so there won't be any fraying going on. Okay, and then we get to this side, and here's another little girl. And she wants to play dress up. See, let's play dress up. So I gave her something to play with, considering this was the old days. I did some stamping on some fabric. This lifts up, and this says antiques. I don't know if you can see that or not. And that is also scented with pumpkin spice. And inside I put a couple of vintage little tags that, like patterns, what they would have had back, you know, years ago. So that's there. And then in here is a pocket. Underneath there is a pocket. Now see, here's the paper. And this was actually had, I think it was a light color, like an off-white. And the off-white didn't show up, just the roses. And here's some more roses here of that paper. The print is the design is the only thing that showed up on this paper whenever I printed it, which was weird. But anyways, so I put one of these in here with a little sample of fabric, and that just goes back in there. You close that. This is a paper bag, so in the bag I put some tags, and I think this is a great place to put memories and all of that. Let me see if I can get this out here. Get these out. Okay. These are just a couple of sweet tags. I didn't really know what to put in there. I put dresses everywhere. I put everything everywhere. So I kind of ran out of ideas for this one. Because over here now, we have a pocket. And it says Boutique Vintage. And I gessoed up a wooden key. And I had this key card. So I put that there. Maybe for her trunk. And Once Upon a Time. These are just things you can write on and put memories in. And this is a pocket, but I velcroed it closed because it opens up and you have place to put more journaling over there. And on this side it says Mercantile Trading Company, and I've added, this is also scented. My son come over while I was working on it. He said, "Oh, Mom, what smells so good over here?" I said, "My journal." He goes, "Oh, yeah, sure." And I said, "No, it does." So this smells too. I love it. I have it everywhere in here. And it's wax, so it's not going to go old or anything. You don't want to put it in a hot room, though. I wouldn't think. So let me see. I'll put those in afterwards. Okay. So then we go to here. And I put something that says Childhood Dreams. And I just decorated this up. This is a card that I got from Goodwill. And I thought I was going to use it. Beautiful flowers. But then I decided to cover it up. You know how that is when you get going. So it kind of shows. That's why it's kind of glossy there. It's the card. But I like this better. And I have a doily here. And I have applique there. And you open it up, and I put this flip out here, needle, cotton thimble, scissors, pin cushion, everything you need, and some sewn ruffle. And then over here is a pocket, and I put a couple of lace holders or thread, specialty thread, and I put a little trim here and little antiques here. And scissors and thread here. These are all nice to write on. I mean, there is journaling room in here, but more than that, there's room to write memories on any of these tags and to save them in here on any pocket that you want. You know, it's not just going to be on the pages, but you can actually take them out and look at them and read them and share them with your family. Here's some more tags that I put in there for journaling. So this closes this way and that way. And of course, here's this little girl. I thought this picture was really great of her sewing up her doll. That was me when I was years ago. I used to love to hand sew. I didn't know how to, and my mother didn't know how to, but I did the best I could. Okay, and I had fun doing it. Now this opens. And inside here, you have a lot of journaling room because these come out. This is a tuck spot. It says, Bonjour, Paris, France. And then this is Beauty is Created One Stitch at a Time. So I put this vintage advertisement tag there. And I gave you 3 little dresses that can be played with, put dates on, whatever. And then over here I kind of made it simple. Land of Make-Believe. And this is from the Pixie Dust File graphics that I got these tags from. And so there's some, oh, there's another dress in there. I didn't know it was in there. But anyways, you can have it. And there she is playing with her dolls in the land of Make-Believe. I know I had a favorite doll, and her name was Diane. Now here's more of that paper. Well, that paper is all throughout, but you can see it also had, I think it was just a very light pink that was the background of the paper, and I put this like on really heavy dark so that I could at least get the roses to show up. And then here's a place for journaling. You lift it up. There's a little notepad in here for more journaling. It's not removable. And then over here, we have these 2 little girls who are busy at work. And this one says, woman's work is never done. Isn't that the truth, even no matter how old you get? even when you get old. And now this is on a bag. It's one of those bags. I made this bag, and I put the word, I stamped this, and I know this is Lorna Taylor's laundry stamp. And here you can see, maybe you can see some of the stripe came out on that paper that I put there. That was about the only thing that came out. And then I put a couple of little cute kids with their dolls washing and laundry. And over here, she's laundering as well. And so there's a pocket here. So I put this soap advertisement, Baby's Own Soap, and here they are ironing. And now this is a rusty paper clip that I made, and I put here, and this opens, and inside you have some more flips and flaps, some buttons. This is no, that's not a wax bag. Okay, but here's might have been your favorite doll, somebody's favorite doll. The word dolls, and here's a couple of dolls. And then this opens again, and it says fancy buttons for tea attire, and a place for journaling. And I stamped. Now, why is that doing that? Okay, and I stamped, didn't come out real well, but I'm thinking it's old. Probably didn't come out real well. Okay. So you have all that, and then inside of here, let me close that, we have these tags that I got from the Pixie Dust Files graphics, this tag. And then, okay, over here is the last page, and here is another dollhouse, and here is a doll holding dolls. So, and that's a good journaling tag, a lot of room there. And over here, I made a little notepad and put it in there. It's quite thick. And then Enchanted, this is a doll's trousseau, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Enchanted Dollhouse is what it says. And this is the pocket where you can put in quite a bit. And I've coffeed up these trims to make them look old. So that's the whole thing, the whole enchilada in a nutshell. It took me forever to make, and it is available in my Etsy shop. And if you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And I'll see you on the next video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for stopping by.